Hey, yo, what up, everyone? Welcome to Let's Talk About It.
Yeah. If you looked at my life, you see what I see. Pitfalls, brick walls, all of this in front of me. Strain on my brain from the pain that's up under me. Strange days, but I can't change what becomes of me. Trials and tribulations, I was raised in segregation, not from colors, but from neighborhood and gang affiliations. This what I was facing, coming up in revelations. By the age of 14, introduced me to the banging. Stranger was my homeboy, Snoopy was my OG, Rudy was a shot caller, Tweety was the BG. This was 89 when the murder rate was critical. East Los Angeles was scandalous and physical. I was right there in the middle of it all, trying to find my way of life, and I sacrificed it all. Taught me everything about the game I need to know. This is how it goes.
Yeah. What up, everyone? Welcome to Let's Talk About It. I am G-Lew. Hold up 1 minute. Let me put my looks on so I can see what I'm saying. What up, everyone? I am G-Lew. This is Let's Talk About It with me and the homeboy Big D. We are back for another spill. And you know what we do. We keep it way too real. What up, everyone? Welcome to the show. Hope everyone had a blessed Monday. Man, just another Manic Monday, right? But we made it. You know what I mean? God bless us to be here for another day. So be thankful for that. Be thankful for life, man. And always know it could be a lot worse. So appreciate the good times. What's up, everyone? Without any further ado, let me bring in my co-host. You know what I mean? The legendary, you know what I mean, homie from the village where it's quiet. Big D, a.k.a. Keeping It Real, is in the building.
Appreciate the entourage, man. It's always good to have a good crowd, a good fan base. What's up, everybody? We are welcome back to the G-Lew show, man. Let's talk about it.
Man, what's cracking, man?
Just another day chilling in the hood, man. You know, we're the coolest cats in the alley, baby. So you know what's up.
Right. Therefore, yeah, we was in the alley with it, man. We was like, we were like, hey, you know what I mean? The homie like, hey, get those dudes, tell them, man, you know, it's active over here. Me and Big D were in the alley, like it was just whatever, you know what I mean? What's up, Big D?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just kicking back. Like you said, man, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back. Make sure you guys kick back, relax. Whatever you're doing all across the world, man, all across the nation, you know how we do it, man. We just chilling right here, and we just got another hot one for y'all. So, like I said, man, keep your eyes open, your ears open, man, and keep your mouth. Nah, I'm just playing.
Hey, let me give a shout out to the chat right quick. We got a lot of people in the chat. Gotta show love first and foremost. Shout out to our producer, DD Hairston, holding it down. Shout out to your lovely wife and my sis, Love Grace. You know what I mean? Moni in the middle. What up, Monica? Shout out to Keisha in the chat. Shout out to Jenny from the block, all the way down to Dago, San Diego, checking in. Shout out to my other sis, Teresa Diaz in the chat. What up, Teresa? You already know. Shout out to Big Spanks. Horseshoes in the chat. What up, brother? Much love, respect. Who else out there? I think I got everybody so far. If I miss you, shout out to Randy Jean. Randy Jean, the lovely one, is in the chat. What up, Randy? Eastside Paramount. You know what I mean? Showing love. Shout out to you and your wife, Irma. Shout out to you, Rissi, representing Serrano. Shout out to El Sereno in the building. Who else did I miss? Okay, I think we got it. Shout out to the homie Richard, man. What's up, Richard? Richard Rodriguez in the chat. Much love, homie. Thank you. Now, let's talk about the Big D. What's going on, bro?
Hey, with that being said, man, shout out to Cholo Trucker too, man.
Yeah, Cholo, my brother. I'm sorry, Cholo. That's my boy. Shout out to Cholo Trucker in the chat.
Hey, we don't miss a beat over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets acknowledged, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That part. What's cracking?
Yeah, man. Just the same thing, man. Shout out to everybody who tapped in, just like G-Lew mentioned. Sending mines likewise. I am the co-host, you know, Big D from the Big D YouTube channel, Big D Keeping It Real. So go check that out. You know, be doing big things over there as well.
About it.
There it is, man. Let's talk about it. That's what we do on here, you know, on a daily, on a Monday. So like I said, man, we have a good one today. So just tap in. We thank y'all. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, You know, there's a gang of us tonight, man, and share the content. We're doing real things over here. So yeah, man. Like I said, man, I'm gonna start off with like, well, you know, my week that just passed, right? Everybody was on vacation. You know, it was 4th of July week. You know, it extended over the weekend, and you know, I had a little time for myself, man. Right? So, you know, Big D likes to do a little bit of everything. I dab into everything. I made a video. You know, I showed you guys. You know, I was in Long Beach and so forth. The day in the life. You know, chilling with Big D, right? And then after I dropped little spills here, you know, little shorts there, barbecuing. 4th of July was amazing, man. You know, 4th of July was amazing. Had some quality time to spend with my family, my friends, man, my social media friends, and so forth, right? Just tapping in everybody, you know, 4 or 5 day holiday is always good. So in between that time, man, you know, Big D, you know, likes to watch movies too, late night, you know, when you got that extra time. You know, life is going good. You know, sometimes, man, you know, there's always a movie or a song that will, you know, that will bring you back to reality, man. You know what I'm saying? Will teach you some humbleness, man. So, you know, that's the reason why, you know, you can't, you know, there's not really a price, you know, when it comes to happiness, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. If you look at the algorithm, you know, money can't buy happiness, you know. And I was tapped into a movie, right, with Will Smith. If all you all know, make sure you guys tap into The Pursuit of Happiness, because it'll teach you something, right? And I've kind of felt, you know, go ahead.
Hold on. Is that the one where he was with his son or something, and they were out living under the bathroom? And okay, I just want to make sure I was on the same one. All right, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
Right. And kind of came through that measure, man. You know, in my life, throughout life, I didn't know the measure or the quality or what the value of money was all my life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, you know, I wasn't raised, you know, not knowing what money really, you know, the excursion and the definition of it. All I saw really at money at one hot time is, you know, when a family member or so was, you know, selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm not saying that's just the way to do it. That's just fast money, how it comes in. And but, like, you know, I was like, what was money? You know, a lot of us don't know what money. We got to understand that, you know, money, you know, makes us purchase, you know, a unit of measure, right? So, you know, we work an hourly base, you know, to provide, you know, and it comes every minute, every second. We work an hourly base, and we're, you know, we're trying to make money, and we accumulate it by how much effort we put into it, whether it's work, hustling, or so forth, right? And so, like I said, you know, I was tripping out because homeboy was selling a product, you know. There's always a few ways to make money, man. You know, we got to hustle, we got to work, you know, to do what we got to provide, right? Because money brings in, you know, a sense of comfort, right? You know, we could buy merchandise, you know, it's the way of living in today's society. Before money was even invented, it was all metal, right? There's always coins that goes back forth, you know, to history. You know what I'm saying? And even before that, you know, before money was even invented, I think there was even bartering. You know, for those who know what bartering is, you know, they used to make deals, right? I'll give you 3 sheep. Bartering, I'll give you 3 sheep for 2 lambs. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll work
locked up when you're in the county. That's really barter all day.
All day. You know what I mean? And then you start borrowing, right? Then you start lending, fronting. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ways that money has been shared, displayed, and even in the future, you know, we're going into freaking bitcoins, and technology is even changing because the world is trying to change away, you know, from the unit of measure of dollars, right? It don't make no sense. So now they want to put a chip in you and so forth. But this is not what tonight's all about. You know what I mean? Tonight's all about, you know, so forth. The money will not bring you happiness in all measures. You know, that's what I found out. Like I said, this week, was able to tap in. You know, had a good couple of days, man. I'm just feeling it, right? And so, you know, looking at it was humble beginnings, like I said, because I was not raised in the sense where, you know, hey, this money has to be like this, invest in your money or so forth. You know what I mean? Put your money where this, save your money. Everything to me was always about hustling money, robbing, stealing, you know, taking somebody else's hard days of work, man, and, you know, taking their merchandise, you know, and so forth. That was just another way. And even ganking, to tell you the truth, you know, just robbing people. You know, that's how it was introduced, because the unit of measure, you got to understand, if you come from the streets, you know what I'm saying, your hustling is different from somebody else. Somebody will sell drugs, somebody's a robber, somebody's, you know, there's just so many ways that you can make money, and in a bad way too. But reverting back to the movie, homie, the homie has a son, right? It starts out with Will Smith going through already, you know, fighting the optimistic, man, fighting the odds, right? He has an old lady that, she's not happy in her relationship, man, and, money would do that in relationships, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the dollar, they're saying if today's society too, if you look at it, man, there's a different sense of how womanism, I'm not going to put women down, because I know a lot of y'all are old school here. You guys have morals and traditions, and that's what I'm saying. If we go back to your marriage and being in a real relationship, it says to rich and poor, right? You got to understand, not everybody comes into this world rich, man. Even though there's a lot of flow, there's a lot of cash flow to everybody to have at least, a safe and comfortable life. But it's just the way humans is, and these days of life that they don't give a damn because and we have greed, homie.
Yeah.
But anyhow, you got people who are also, that movie also shows you in a relationship, man, that hey, his old lady stepped out, man, and now he has his kid, and now he has to, take care of it. Not only what he was going for, because he believed, first of all, in a little mechanism and something that he had some invention that has to do with the medical system, right? And
he was working on something big.
And he believed in it. And that was a thing. He knew someday that was going to make him some type of money.
Right.
At that part. A lot of times, sometimes, we come out, man, we're just trying to make an extent. We're just trying to make a few bucks here or there. Some of us, we work 2 jobs, man, right? Because we're just trying to boom. We're trying to make our value sometimes, the happiness within our need. I know some people these days, man, that will buy a Lamborghini before they even invest in something. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
What you see a lot of people in sports, a lot of people in Hollywood, a lot of people in the music industry, man. As soon as they get a little fame, man, gold chains, cars, and all that, man. It reminds me of MC Hammer, coming out with all that money and then broke.
Right.
No investments and all, man. And now look, where's his happiness? Is your happiness in that moment? Because you're trying to pursue something. I look at Bruno Mars, pursuing his music industry. From my understanding, he lived in a poverty community, man, but never knew he was poor because he had the love of his mother. You know what I'm saying? Reverting back, piggybacking off of the movie, Pursuit of Happiness. He had a dream, bro, right? And he loved his son. So I think he was trying to find the odds. He was going to go through any trial, any adversity, any challenge, man, to get what he needed at that point to provide. That movie gets you in the field. People really go through that. It's hard out there. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we need a reality check, and a movie would do that to you. So, I was in my moment at that time. And like I said, I was watching the movie, I had time to spend with myself. And I was like, damn right, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, money can't buy you happiness. As I mentioned, coming through this holiday, man, I didn't have much money. I didn't have, I don't have all the finances. I'm not a rich man yet. I'm getting there. We're all working there, to this day. But just I have a rich spirit. You know what I'm saying? I have the integrity, the knowledge, the will, the desire, the fashion, the big minded headed. And that's all you need in life, man, because happiness doesn't just come with money. You know what I mean? Happiness comes within yourself, who you surround yourself with. You know what I mean? That's why you need a strong support, man,
Yep. I'm gonna piggyback, like you said a lot right there. So I'm gonna try to go back a little bit. Like starting, like you say, with putting a price on happiness and respecting money. You know what I mean? When you come up, how we're raised, you know what I mean? Like you say, we definitely don't appreciate and respect like money like then, like how we were supposed to. And like you said, it came fast, it went fast. You did whatever to get it. You know what I mean? Because you thought that's what you had to have to be happy. You know what I mean? But the happiness you were searching for at that time wasn't real happiness. That was happiness that you thought, the BS happiness that we wind up, going all out for. Some end up dead or in prison or whatever, chasing that happiness, which is, we learn later, is not really real, right? So that's how we come up, and we don't respect it. And then, like you said, a lot of us aren't taught already about money too and how to respect it, because you know what I mean, your people, your mom, whoever may be struggling, you know what I mean? So a lot of times different kids have different situations where they become kind of the man of the house early, whether it be selling drugs or whatever, and the mom sometimes just goes with it because now there's money being coming in. So it's a lot with that. But not to go too far, but to say, like you said, we didn't respect money. That's why now, when you're square, you're working and you work hard for your money, every dollar like counts, bro. You know what I mean? And it's real, so a lot of things just come with growth And I think that's what just we have to find. And it's great to see men grow, but some all don't get to make it or get to grow or stay stuck ignorant and still, like, you see, some homies, they're still, you talk to them, it's like you're talking to the homie 20 years ago still. You know what I mean? And it sucks, but that's the real, so that's what I feel about that. And then fast forwarding to now, like you said, happiness, money, or there is no price for happiness, because happiness comes from within. That's why, like you said, with Bruno Mars, he never knew he was poor because he had real love. You know what I mean? And sometimes real love goes a long way. Money comes and goes, homie, but real love and real motherfuckers don't come every day. So, and just like even you said with the women, sometimes the day is hard, bro. So, you're blessed to have, you guys go way back. If you got a real one that you've had, you already know, but try to have new relationships, man. Yeah. Female be out on you quick, bro. If the money ain't adding up to what she thought it was, or, you know what I mean? And people have ups and downs. A dude can be up today and down tomorrow, but you know what I mean? And then again, too, one more thing, we live too, like what's the problem is, like you said, even hearing that Tony said homies with nice cars and living in the hood or still with their mom or whatever, is because now, people, again, fake happiness. You think that's what you got to have to be happy, and then, or whatever, and that's not real. And then people now live off social media and all this shit. You know what I mean? People watch other people and think that's how they got to live or supposed to live, homie. So it's a lot that comes with that, especially if you're young, So just want to touch on all those things you kind of spoke on, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was I'm gonna piggyback off of that too. Great feedback. But as I mentioned, like, as the movie goes, as the saga continues, he found himself in some dire situations, man. And sometimes even through those situations, we don't even learn. Like I said, in relationships, man, you have all the money and everything, and how much does your wife really have your back? Those are seasons that you go through, man. You're gonna have it's like you go gambling, man. You're gonna throw away your money already. You could have a good night or a bad night.
Right.
So
right.
Shout out to all the people who bet, because like G-Lew said, when you go into jail, that's, first come, first serve. You got to learn how to hustle, man, that part. But
if you ain't got nothing coming in, nobody's sending you nothing, homie, you better learn to hustle.
Or rob or steal, you better be something. But at that point, being mentioned, like piggybacking off the movie, the diversity that the homie had to go through, right? The challenges, man. Sometimes there was some awkward situations, man. Like I said, the humble experiences in life. Sometimes being without, it's a humbling experience, man. It can make you or break you too, as well, right? That's why there's a lot of entrepreneurship inside prison or jails, right? That's why guys are learning, developing skills, because they have no money. So next thing you know, they learn how to be artists. Right, they learn how to make something. You develop a personal skill because those feelings are worth more. That's what really personality makes money, bro.
Hey, I was gonna say too, you find the most dopest shit and when you're like homies that's locked up, bro, like they find out skills that they had, like, because you got to do it's extra. You got people in there that can cut hair real good with just the fucking the regular shit. You guys dudes who can tattoo all that, and they make that shit out of shit like you. So these people got to be real smart, bro. So they open up and explore talents that they didn't know they had and become better. And then homies get out and become tattoo artists, barbers, whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's some dudes come up with some crazy shit in there, man. You find out some dudes are real smart, bro.
And there's all kind of units of measures of people that are like that, bro. Not just people in prison, right?
Yeah.
You'll find a lot of people who are disabled or have a lot of talent.
Right.
People who are shy have a lot of talent. You know what I mean? There's so many people that don't express their emotions or feelings. That's why money can't buy you happiness, man. What buys you happiness is the things, your talent or your intellectual self, your emotions. When you release it, you know what I'm saying? Hard work. You know what I'm saying? That's why, man, people who don't work hard, man, they're never working hard. They make money, man. They're just enjoying what they work at. Love what you do. Invest in yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? That's another way how you develop and how you make your happiness. You got to invest in yourself, bro.
Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I mean? And it's always, you could do something to invest. It don't have to, people don't take that as like, man, how can I do that? Like, you got to start all the way up here. You can, small things to invest in yourself. Find out different ways, man, to start building that You know what I mean? That part of you where you want to invest in yourself, and you'll find yourself doing that. Just find stuff that you like first. You know what I mean? And now we're in a day and time where you can make anything happen. You know what I mean? And we have the outlets to make it happen. That's why you have your platforms, your IGs, your YouTubes you can use to promote whatever you want to do. So, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, I know that that's what happened with the pandemic. That brought out a lot of talents. That's when even all the YouTube, everything went crazy because people learn things about themselves. You know what I mean? So don't stop there. And like you said, always have that goal to want to invest something in yourself. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's something small, but just you don't want to die saying you just you worked your whole life for someone else. You know what I mean? You got to do something for yourself sometimes, you know? So yeah, Big D, I agree.
You know, and not only that, man, you got to understand, sometimes, a lot of times, money will tell you who you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big time, man. You know, when you see a person, you know, with wealth and money, you know, that kind of tells you what you are, right? And how they spend it is another way, you know, like 2 Chainz sends, it's mine, I spend it. It's mine, I spend it. You know, right. money is meant for that, you know, to spend, to, like I said, to buy, barter, trade, you know, to gather goods and necessities, things that we need in our house and so forth, man. But at the time, you know, what are you going to do in the times of hardship, man? You know, life really happens to really people, you know, something medical could happen to your wife, your spouse, your mom, or so forth, where you got to put up your money, or you got to put up, you got to miss time at work, or so forth, man. You know, there's real life situations that happen. And even people who are poor, you know, sometimes that live in poverty, you know, they say today, honestly, man, if you have a roof over your head, food on your table, you have your internet, phone on, and all that, you're doing a lot better than most people that are, you know, really going through stuff and situations, man. But determination in these hard knocks, and sometimes, you know, it's like a diamond in the rough, you know, when you're going through something. That's why you see, you know, a lot of people come out of, you know, hardcore cities, man, and through poverty, diversity, you know, and making those changes and trying to excel, man. You know, investments is with you first, man. Invest in people first, man. You know, invest in God first, should I say.
That part.
Let's go. Let me think. If you can invest in God, man, then God will solve all your problems. I promise you, man. He may not solve it right there and then, but the way God solves things, that you'll learn something from it. That's what you do. You know what I mean? You'll make a way for that won't happen again. You know what I'm saying? That's what all the, you know, what money will do sometimes, man. People lose money, investments, man, they go wrong all the way. So you hear that all the time. You know, I invested with somebody and bam, didn't work out, you know? It's where you put your money at, man. Like I said, people have a lot of money to go spend like it ain't no thing, right? But, you know, shout out to those who could do that. But the ones that, you know, not everybody could do. The movie demonstrates that, man, he had a child, right? His wife left him. You know what I'm saying? There was even a part sometimes, look at the part where he got invited, right? He ended up making a change in his career. He said, like, God damn, man, I can't do this right here, right? I can't sell this. I can sell something, bro. You know what I mean? I can sell something, man, you know? And they ended up, you know what I mean? He picked up, you know, some literature paper, whatever, read it, say, you know, I could do this. I'm good with numbers, right? And this is where the fight back comes at people. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes in life, you know, we go through some situation where we're not really money decision people. You know, nobody never taught us that. Like I said, I grew up with food stamps back then, you know, the paper food stamps. My mom was getting money. The government was providing, you know, money goes a long way. How, you know, they say that, oh, this party is for the people, that party is for those people. I mean, it's just crazy how sometimes, you know, they could diverse and how to micromanage this, how we're living, you know, the poverty living. So, you know, we'll give you, you know, this and that, so you won't further yourself, so you won't go get the education. So if you're providing some kind of government, you know, assistance, you know, which is not bad, man, because, you know, if that's there for you, and especially if you're hardworking and so forth, man, take advantage of the resources. You know, there's nothing shy or embarrassed about it. We all go through hard times, as he mentioned. I'm surprised the guy didn't get, you know, and the movie Love and Happiness, go look for government help. You know, they didn't show that part. They showed that, you know, he was, you know, that, hey, he was going through something, right? But this is where the comeback comes, man. It's the exciting part, right? He found out how he was good with numbers, right? And he started making, he said, like, hey, man, I'm gonna give this a shot, right? Right. So he goes, right, bam, you know, he goes into this organization, man. He's gonna learn something, right? You know, here's his odds already against him because, you know, I'm assuming his color, right? You know, the way he looks and so forth. You know, diversity, man. You know, making money, it ain't easy, man, right? A lot of times, a lot of us, shout out to Cholo Trucker, man. He's working hard for his money, out there rigging it, driving all day. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Cholo Trucker, man. It's hot out there,
man. You know, hot out there. Shout out to the women, man. You know, who there's value raising their kids and they work at the same time. Shout out to all those who are entrepreneurs, you know, doing book and music and everything else, man. Fighting for your dreams, you know, knowing that one day, man, positively, this something's gonna happen. And that's what happened, man. He invested himself. He looked at his kid, but then he get a roadblock. Reality would check you, man. He ran into the guy that wanted to take him to the base football game, bro. And that part was kind of humiliating and embarrassing, man, because, you know, it was a sign to show that, hey, you know, this is who I am, you know, and you don't know who I really am at that moment, at that person. You know, just because I don't have money doesn't determine, you know, my friendship or my value to you. You know, I think if I show up to your birthday party and I may not have $1 or a present or anything, but just as me being there personally should show value. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Happy birthday, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't got this, but I come with love and respect. You know what I mean? And that's what gets you into places like that, man, you know, because of your heart and your determination and your integrity. We touched about, you know what I mean? We talk about characters, you know, we talked a lot about, you know, personalities and feelings and emotions, how it is in this show. You know, go back to him, and I encourage you guys to why we talk about encourage. And that's what I'm saying. Today we talk about value and really what money really means. You know what I mean? It doesn't dignify who you really, in some sense it does. It does dignify, but in reality, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to buy you happiness, man. Happiness has to come within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Happiness has to come within your personality, man. Like I said, money can determine and shows who you really are.
Right. Facts. That's a fact, Big D. I'm gonna flip it to some and say, like you said, we're talking about how you can't put a price on happiness, but it seems like with all that we've said, we're living in a time today where people do try to put a price on happiness, and it's like that's why I think we have so many, you know, people like fake people, or I don't want to call them fake, but you know what I mean, the way people treat each other and characters and how people get on. Because if you're quote unquote got money or up here, you know what I mean, you treat the other person beneath you, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Or again, people just look at that now, like a lot of our youngsters are controlled by social media, you know what I mean, so that's what they look at and want to be. And that's why you got people just doing whatever, like now, because things have changed, I guess, how youngsters get their money, you know, like we just talked about earlier. You hustle, you do whatever. Now I don't think these kids have that or don't even know how to do that, so they just doing crazy shit, robbing, doing shit that they could just risk their whole life for nothing, homie, for pennies.
What you say, not to cut you off, but so what you say, like people like an Aaron Hernandez, or, you know, a lot of rappers that we know that had money, that got fame, but when they had that money, you know, already, you know, critically, you know, started making mistakes and started using their money, like you said, towards power, because money does bring power in too, right? Money can buy you lawyers, right? We've seen that. Money could really take you out of jail, you know what I'm saying, to do real crazy things. So is that what you're mentioning and saying?
True. You broke up a little bit. What? Yeah.
Then, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? How now that's what they've done, though. They put a price on happiness, quote unquote. You know what I mean? And you have this really fake happiness now with people. You know what I mean? And people are really not happy. And we can see that even the people who got money and doing all this, because they're the main ones doing a lot of crazy stuff, bro, that you would think, I mean, what are you doing? You know what I mean? You got money, you know what I mean? You should be good, like relaxed, you know, chilling, living life. But you see these people not happy, obviously. You know what I mean? So again, you can't put a price on happiness, but I think they try to, homie. You know what I mean? Or at least make it seem like that. The Unfadable, what up?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part, like I said, man, because, you know, Homeboy was pretty embarrassed, man, because like he said, he had nothing to go. But, you know, if you come with, you know, with your personality, that's what I'm saying. You know, money, it's your personality, man. It's who you are as an individual that will show who you are as integrity, you know, friendship, and this and that. As you know, as the movie went on, you know what I'm saying, he was able to find himself in unfamiliar places, right? You know, his son is like, hey, can we go to the 49er game? Hey, we'll go in my car. You know, I got the tickets. You can eat all you want. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you come with, a lot of times I see when we have our events, Pops, You know what I'm saying? Everybody puts in. We make it a commodity. We come together, man. You got $10 over here, $20 over there. Hey, I'll give you an opportunity to sell, to make merchandise, to expose who you are, to show and express, and boom, we let the people know, hey, that your integrity and who you are as a person. You know, you're shining light on, on people, man. So as you see that part, right? He goes, and this whole part, he's taking care of his son, right? Through diversity and through all this craziness, bro.
Right. Yeah, definitely, man. That movie is a dope movie. I suggest people. You make me want to go watch it again. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but yeah, you could really draw a lot from those movies. It could be sad, but you could really like learn a lot from a movie like that. And like DD said, that's definitely one of his best movies. You know what I mean? Ever. You know what I mean?
I think that is true, man. That is true. But even like referencing back, man, like people like who get the fame, man, and how they abuse it and how they use it. You know what I'm saying? They have the money, right? That's what we're talking about. If you're really looking, man, we're talking about, money can't buy you happiness. If you look at the title, man, we're talking about money right now. You know what I'm saying? But it ends up, ending up in happiness. There's a beginning, a middle, and the end to this whole, let's talk about it tonight, thumbnail. In some sense, all you need is a little bit, you don't need a lot. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying that money, of course, because money makes, you have to live, man. You know what I'm saying?
Money makes the world go round now. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But like Stomp said, it is the love of money that's bad, though. It's like you can't worship and like you said earlier, if you're doing what you love and doing everything in accordance with God first and doing shit right, everything just flows like that anyway. You don't have to worry about it. You're happy. You appreciate what you have. You know what I mean? And it's like that. But like if you're thinking and invested in just money and I gotta have money or whatever, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's different.
And a lot of people do that, man. In some sense, they get there. That's why we supposed to, encourage those, man, who are looking for some kind of happiness. If they're educating themselves, man, if they're entrepreneur, shipping their business, or just thinking coming up. Looking for a come up, always promote the stuff that's good, man, because you always come across people like, hey, man, I'm doing this on the side and I'm doing that on the side. And you're like, nah, man, I'm not, hey, that's not cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you're supposed to be striving and fighting, for the good things. You know what I'm saying? Hustling off, you know what I mean? Doing the positive. Don't hustle off your own family, dog. Don't rob or steal or take away, from the people who support you, man, because that's not even going to buy happiness either. Once you get that fix or, you get that whatever is in your system, man, a lot of times you end up making enemies.
Facts. Definite facts. You know what I mean? And like you said, that's a lot of the stuff, that we went through or people go through when they're younger and not, appreciating what they're doing or whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? In the streets, whatever, you know what I mean? You go through that, and I guess you should learn from it. You know what I mean? Some do, some don't. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you cannot put a price on happiness, man. It has to come from within, not from out. You know what I mean? It has to come from within. You know what I mean? So you gotta do the steps to make it right. And like Big D and we all say, first align yourself with God, man. You know what I mean? First and foremost, like DD said, you can't serve two gods. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. And the whole thing is starting from somewhere, man. That's why it's always cool, man. Reverting back to earlier, like what you said, we see a lot of people coming from hard places, man, really fighting diversity and overcoming challenges in their life, man. Success is real. And I think, everybody in here that follow us and so forth, man, they know the kind of vision and the kind of headset that you have. And that's why amongst us, man, it's hard to judge one another. And, I want to be there for other people, man. I think that's the whole thing of a community, that we come together, man, and whatever it is that we could do to, help y'all, man, and at the same time, help us grow at the same mindset, because happiness is within yourself, to tell you the truth, like Pop said, man, ain't nobody, not your wife or anything else besides God. The main thing that, that's where you got to find yourself. You lose yourself and find yourself right there with the Lord, man. Trust me, man. That's the best pursuit that you could take, man, in life, for sure. You'll get every value, every dollar, every history, every moment from that.
That part. Speaking of happy, man, I know, shout out to Irma in the chat. Shout out to Irma Martinez. Thank you for supporting us tonight. Shout out to ESP and the fam. Big D, speaking of happiness, I know you just had like a big weekend. Not to go back because we already right here, but a little bit of happiness. I seen you having fun with family, friends, popping fireworks and doing the whole shebang. Get down. I see the cops came at the end, but for the most part, it seems like you had a good time, man. You have talk about some happiness over the weekend, man. You had.
Absolutely, man. For sure, I want to say too. I don't want to forget before I even continue the conversation, man. Happy birthday to Denise Castillo.
Denise, happy birthday.
Yeah, man, I mentioned that, man. It's always a good time. I always find happiness when I see her and her husband there. Just we're just chilling. Yeah. So anyhow, my bad. Not to cut you off. Yeah, man. Like as I mentioned, you know, on had some several days off. You know, during the week, like most of us had. So, you know, unfortunately, some of us had to go to back to work on Friday, right? And some of us had a 4 or 5 day, day or so. A lot of censorship, man. A lot of happiness came, hanging out with the fan band, spending time with my wife. We started off, prepping for 4th of July weekend, man. It's one of the holidays that I like to, kick back, man, and endeavor and just ready to talk and gather and go on the comments with my uncle. Everybody's conversation, right? Family comes down, man, and everybody's just piggybacking, picking everybody's brain, man. It's pretty crazy, man. Sometimes, it's just sometimes in that situation, your emotions and feelings and so forth, man. So everybody was there kicking back, man, encouraging one another, see how one another was. Fireworks were popping, man. The food was great. The barbecue was excellent. The music.
Barbecue. Were you on the grill or your cousin or who?
Yeah. So actually, it's my uncle's son, which is my cousin Mark. So shout out to Mark, man. This guy has a lot of talent. I think he's on a pursuit to being a chef, man. I really encourage him, because he could cook, man. When it comes to Mexican rice and so, man, he really gets down in that fashion, to tell you the truth. And so like I said, it's always good to have somebody barbecuing and while you get to just kick back.
Yeah.
Do your thing on a holiday. I barbecue, people. I barbecued today, so go check out the short, man. Right, poolside and everything. But that's how I spend my weekend, man. Just getting in.
You know what I was about to say? I ain't seen you on the grill. That used to be your thing. You know what I mean? You used to be on the grill, and especially in summer right now, I ain't really seen you on the grill, bro. So you said you just did one. That's what's up.
Yeah, a little short behind the scene, man. Just doing a lot of things at home, taking care of all the activities.
One day you got to do a behind the scenes grill, like prepping and showing what you. I don't know if you can give them all that, but show them what you do, what you put on there, and all that. Your little extras, special sauces, and all that. You know what I mean? The big D,
all the rubs and everything.
Yeah, the big D special.
The big D special, keeping it real, barbecue chicken, man. Hey, but I barbecue meat last week too, so.
There you go, that big D special, man. I need my credit. That's the one right there, though. That big D special, doggy. Look it up.
Oh man, hey, food can make you happy too, man. Real quick, that's hey, all women, you know how to make a pursuit of happiness for a man is cooking.
That's definitely one of them. But that's a good one right there. If you can cook and keep a man, yeah, I mean that's a lot right there. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so we ended up kicking back, as I mentioned. Was supposed to go back, the family's been going back and forth to the mountains and to the beach. Right. Hopefully I could get myself and record myself and do a day in the life with Big D up in the mountains. Show you guys how I get down up there, man, showing all the scenery, the beauty of it, the nature of it. Just finding happiness. Like I said, man, it's not too much. Yeah, I understand people. We need money to do things. That's a fact. That's a truth right there, right? In most situations, but that doesn't determine your happiness. It really doesn't. Those $4 or $5 that you pitch in, you make it happen together. So, you put in a little bit for food, some sandwiches, man. A little drink umbrella and little gas. And man, bro, once you're there, because what else do you need? Okay, the sunscreen. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the sunscreen. And that's what it is, man. And just that's the way nature planned it, man. Shout out to, the oldie. And,
that's right.
And we just kick back, man. So $20, $30 would go a long way. And that's the beauty of it. For some of y'all who live here locally, just get my house, come to my house and we could dive into my pool, and just self-absorb. And then you get to kick back and relax, man. Find yourself, man. Bring your kids. I think spending time with your kids, your loved ones, and those who are support you, man, could take a lot of relief and mindset And that's how I really adapted this weekend, watching a movie. You know, that was one thing that I did. I did 4th of July with the family and members. Went out, hung out, went to Long Beach. I did a day in the life in Long Beach.
Hey, I like that. I like that day in the life hookup. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Had the day in the life of Big D. And the ending of that video, there was like at least like 7 more minutes. So I don't know what happened to the editing. We're missing like 7-8 minutes of it. Just the ending part where I say, hey, you know what I mean? Thanks for tapping in. Saludos to everybody. Thank you all who tapped into the video and watched it. I advise you, if you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and check it out, man.
Yep. Day in the life, Big D. I like that. Yeah. Big D been doing his thing lately. You've been real active, bro. You know what I mean? Growing the channel, doing a lot of good stuff. Like the homie Hairnet Tony said, Big D is a cool vato. Thanks for spreading some positivity, homie. You
man, yeah. I was on the live the other day, right? And some other vato said that I was diplomatic, right? And I thought, you know, I mean, I was like, okay, so you know what? I know what it meant, but I had to go back in the dictionary and see what it really meant, man.
Right.
It was going like, you know what I mean, being in the middle, you know what I mean, always trying to solve problems, you know, in the middle, you know, diplomating both sides of the party, hearing both sides of the party and so forth, man. Because like I said, man, sometimes it's like that, man, where people could be so judgmental when it comes. A lot of times we feel we're invited to events and we don't have that money, you know, and we think like, man, we are so shameful. And, you know, and then we feel like, man, embarrassed, you know, but it's not. It's your presence that's everything, man, that brings the value. You know, your communication and kicking back, man, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just like everybody says, man, just get there. If you notice in the end, man, you know, I'll end with this with the movie, huh, like I said, man, because like I said, it really touched me. Shout out to The Pursuit of Happiness. If you haven't checked it out, man, check it out. In the end, you know what I mean, Will Smith ends up taking a test, right? And, you know, and most of the time through the movie, he's trying to understand, he's trying to learn the system, he's trying to, you know, get all the knowledge he can, you know, in the books, you know, because you do need that knowledge that's in college a lot of times, you know. Right. So, you know, you can't get it all in there, but I'm saying, you know, you do need that knowledge. So in the end of the movie, man, through all the diversity, all the challenges, right, and everything, boom, right, he passes the test, right, and after all the rejections, fails, shortcomings, you know, the put downs, the embarrassing moments, because he had a part too where he was he did bartering, right? He had to paint the apartment, you know what I mean, in order to pay his rent or a couple more days, right? So that's what I'm saying, the money of value. And that's crazy how people say, you know, I could go into more details, man, but, you know, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Give you guys a chance and opportunity to call in. If you guys want to call in, I know Big G-Lew has the number. But anyhow, let me finish it up, right? He ends up taking the test, right? And now he has succeeded, right? He took the test, got accepted to a firm. And then, man, his whole life has changed. You know what I'm saying? Now he's able to provide his son. It's a real true story, man. I think he started his own firm and was one of the top firms, you know, doing what he does was best. But the thing was, man, it's just that everything and everyone who gave up on him, right? It started with his baby's mama was first, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and he was, and all the shortcomings, man, and all the diversity and the challenges that life just brings you. You know, he didn't really find happiness. When he found happiness, you know, sometimes struggling will find you happiness, man. Iron sharpens iron, man. Right. You realize who you are, you learn how to wiggle, and you learn how to give you back, right? It really dries up the, you know, the stuff that's not good, and you pour out water, man, the stuff that's water living and giving. And that's what he did, man. He gave himself an opportunity, became one of the best firms, you know, doing the best things, man. You know, he took that education, he went over there, took a trade, whatever he did, man, to make sure that his son will never understand the value, not money, but of happiness, man. You know, that's what it is.
Preach, Big D. Preach, Big D. You got the Big D special tonight, baby. You know what I mean? But nah, I felt that, homie. I felt that, and that's very real. And again, to flip that, how does one deal with like you said, he dealt with everyone gave up on him and all that, thought he was done. You know what I mean? Then he came back and I'm sure right after that, everyone, including, which we didn't get to see, but I'm sure the baby mama, the wife, whoever, everyone wanted to come back and, you know, all this. How does one deal with that? Because that's what people deal with too. And how does one deal with that, Big D? Like say you tomorrow or next week, you happen to hit the number, you hit the lottery, bro. You know what I mean? 200 million, you know what I mean? But now, of course, you got a lot of all the fake people, even family and everyone who won't love you and been there and when they really weren't. And how does one deal with that? Does one, like, you know, I'm sure you're going to do the right thing regardless, you know what I mean? But I'm saying with family and fake now people coming around and fake friends and fake happiness, you know what I mean?
First, I will learn how to invest in myself, man, furthermore, right? You know, because success, like I said, we mentioned earlier, man, people who are actors, NFL players, you know, sports, musicians, man, they come across money right away, you know, not realizing the value of it. So I will learn first how to educate myself in money, investments, you know, purchasing, you know, homes or so forth, man, trying to make my equity and my dollar more of a value. You know, that's the first thing. And that's what, you know, that's what, if you look at the pursuit of happiness, he went from selling something medical and then he got into money, you know, finances, man, you know, that's what I'm saying. The future is Bitcoin, right? You know, money's not going to be a value no more. You know, it's just a unit of measure that we're able to add up to buy whatever quantity or anything we
look, if you look at it, money is not I mean, it is, but I mean, how we process money now. Like before, you know, you don't keep cat, you know, what big cat, you got your card or you got whatever, and you know what I mean? So you don't even deal with cash the same way, literally, you know what I mean? So like you said, but it's literally moving though to something else, like you said, but it's already there in some instances, right? You know what I mean?
Right, because, you know, Bitcoin's all about, you know, we're talking about, or in some sense, look at this, silver and gold. You know what I'm saying? Those have a value to it. Oil has a value to it. We're looking at
gold is always, if you invested in that, it's always has value, you know.
You know, and so that's the first thing that I would do, man. Sis, in a censorship where value comes from, where you can make more money, you know, to teach, and not only that, to make sure you teach your children, right? Teach the next generation. That, you know, a lot of us were never taught. As I recall, you got to remember, people. I started off as a gang member. You know, I started off with a broken family. My money was in the system. My mom was in the system. Didn't teach me a damn thing about value. I left my mom at 15 years old. So imagine she was collecting from the system the next 3 years, not teaching me a damn thing while I'm out there doing my thing, and she's just collecting. I didn't have no value. So I took all my money from hand-me-downs, people feeling sorry for me. You know, my grandma would be like, all right, here's $100, or hustling. When, you know, I went out, or even what they're doing now, you know, pick and grab, man. You know, I went to the Norwalk, you know, indoor, you know, I grabbed some pants and I ran out. Just, you know, I mean, we just what they're doing today, but today's kids are more daring, man. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
They ain't trying to hide nothing.
I can't even, I'd be surprised some of the shit I see. I'd be like, wow, these kids, they ain't giving an F, bro. It's like none, like, you know what I mean? It's like sad, but
grab, you know what I mean? Catch and grab, you know what I mean?
But they don't have no, but like I said again, it's so out of control that they don't really have any set like rules or got like they're gonna, you know what I mean? You have to have some type, even with crime and big stuff, you got to have some guidelines and shit. You know what I mean? They don't give a damn, homie.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, man, like if I was opening up a store or a shop or anything, I would really take it personal, man. If something or someone was taking my merchandise without, you know, paying for it or so forth, man. You know what I'm saying? I work hard for that. You know, it's my investment, and you're over here willing to take it. And that's what, you know, people do sometimes, man. So that's why I would get myself, you know, a lawyer for sure, man. Get some people that know about money and value, and surround myself and how to flip it. You said to give me 10 million, shoot, I want to make that 10 into 30. But then again, it's just it's like these people these days have so much of it. It's just that I just want enough for make sure my daughter is good for years, and my children after that. And the rest of it, I probably give back to the communities, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think some people have so much money that I don't, you know what I mean? And again, you can't count anyone's pocket, so I'm not doing that, you know, and everyone do whatever with your money. But I think some people have so much money that we shouldn't be in the circumstances we are in. Like, it's a lot of money. People have billions and billions. Some people that just got more money. It's like, you know what I mean? And again, you could do what you want with it, but I just think, man, so much of that is so many things that can be fixed and worked on. But like you said, it's going to start with the people like us, you know what I mean? If that does happen, to really talk about it and stand on it, you know. And I think that's what people, even of our peers and people that come across a little bit of money, millions or whatever, buy back in the community, man. You know, purchase property, man, and things of that nature. That's why rent and everything is so crazy. You got these, you know what I mean? We can buy up stuff too, buy property, buy land, you know what I mean? Build and just build us from within to communities, and everything will have to be gentrified everywhere. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Because that's what we're missing again too, is real communities now, because we don't have that anymore, you know?
Right. A little bit more boys and girls clubs, man. A little bit more women with children for, you know, places where they could go. You know, maybe a men facility, all men purpose facility, and just monitored, and just really hiring people that are coming out of college, man, counselors, you know, motivational speakers and so forth, man, especially talking to the juveniles. You know, there's a lot of people, like I said, they're not born or raised into a community like, or a home like that. You know, you look at somebody that's been adopted, man, you know, all they know how to do is go from house to house. You know what I'm saying? You know, if they're going to make it or not, you know, it's pretty sad because I had a lot of friends that were like that. You know, it's just, how come you didn't listen, bro? Because they just want to do this, or they just want my money, or, you know, there's some stuff that people don't talk about that's happening in that home, you know, for the value of just that money. You know what I'm saying? So the pursuit of happiness, man, people have bad intentions with money, man. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's peaches and creams. You know, when you're really trying to lift up a community or, you know, a person individually, man, it's just crazy out there. But that's what I would do, man, if I had money like that. You know, maybe even get into the movie industry, start funding my own movies and so forth, and really getting into like just things that people that, you know, that has a value to it, man. You know, if I'm gonna make something or invest in anything, I gotta make sure it has a value.
You gotta do some restaurants though, Big D, or like or Big D something. You know what I mean? You gotta have that in there, man. Big D's Grills. You know what I mean? Something where you can serve that Big D special. You gotta have that Big D special, homie.
I have all that, man. You know, and you'll get it next time for free, man. I promise you. Tap into the next event, because we like to get dirty too, man. You know, ain't nothing wrong with, you know, like I said, man, showing some love. And that's what we do, man. We get out there and investing into the community. That's the good way, man. You know, money can't buy that. You know, when you invest in the community, man, like I said, it's just that moment that you're sending. And once that moment's gone, you're like, damn, man, you know, money can't even buy that back. You know,
Right.
it just came and went. You know,
Right.
and at that time when you're having fun, man, the dollar, the value of the money doesn't even matter, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you can afford this, man. Now I can afford that. Now you could host this. Now you could host that. You know, now I could buy my mama a car. Now I could buy my mama a house, man. You know, and I can invest in some real equity, man. I could invest in some real stocks or crypto or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now I can invest in people. You know, it's just like when you're doing all that, you're investing. You start seeing more than a value of money. You start seeing more of a value of emotions and personalities and people. You know, you want to hit them direct, you know, so they won't have an excuse to be poor mentally or physically.
Facts, Big D. Facts, brother. You know what I mean? You said it right there. I mean, I don't know, man. What's behind that? Like he said it all, man. So I guess from now we'll open up the lines for a few minutes. Anyone wants to call in or
let's open them up, man. You get to call and talk your shizzle. You know what I'm saying?
You can call, or you can, if you wanted to come right in, we'll put that link right there, and you can come in too. You don't got to show your face. You can put your camera off and come right there in the link on the live with us as well. Let me see. Let me put that there too. That's the link right there. So you want to hit that link, you come in, you could do that too. I mean, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we just want to open it up for a minute, talk to the people. Anyone wants to talk about it, let's talk about it. That's why we got this show right here.
Bam, bam. To all my day oneers, what's up, man? But we're at the rest of the week, man. We halfway through the year, you know what I'm saying? So we're already in July, where it's real hot. So it's a hot topics, and that's all you're gonna get, or nothing but hot topics from now until then. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on in summer? Like you know what I mean? We don't have, as you know, we don't have no sports.
Yeah, you gotta come down one day out of the year, homie, in the summertime, dog. I got something lined up for a few people, you know, and we talked about that. You know, all you gotta do is just pay your resort fees. Eh? That's all you gotta do. And I promise,
I
promise I'll show you a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, we don't just stay in the studio.
Right.
You know, we out there too, man.
Outside,
we cover everything.
Huh? No, but I do like about you, Big D, you and Monica, you guys, man, get out and do a lot, man. Get out and explore. Like you said, you get outside, like literally, you know what I mean? And it seems like you guys are really enjoying yourself now. I know probably the baby girl is grown and all that. And you guys have a lot of more time. I see you guys just out everywhere, man, doing your thing, enjoying life, man. I really like to see that, bro. You know what I mean? So salute to you and the wifey, man. You guys really like live life, bro.
Yeah, we do. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. We found out through all the challenges and diversities and everything that we both went through in life, you know, being locked up, being in gangs, you know, being poor will humble you sometimes, man. The lack of sometimes will humble you, and we just appreciate each other's time. You know, it will go a lot. You know, you make nothing into something. That's what it is, right? So you go at that moment where the richest part of the whole ordeal was that moment. So if you have maybe some salami and some bread, you know, Monica would come together, some leftover barbecue, warm it up, chop it up, man. and we save up somewhere. How much dollars do we have? So instead of this, we'll put gas and we'll go spend our mindset somewhere else, man. And the next we come back, we're good for the next 3 days. Where you guys been at?
Right.
A little here, a little there. It doesn't cost much, man. You know what I'm saying? It really doesn't.
And that's what you guys show. That's why even the title of tonight, You Can't Put a Price on Happiness, that's a perfect example, because like you said, you make it do however you guys do, but you guys go make it happen. You know what I mean? And you go live your life, bro, and enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Because if you're rich, man, like I said, man, I want to share that experience, right? That's what it's all about, bro. You know what I'm saying? So right. when I say that I have something to share with you, man, the money can't buy that, bro. If it's a good time, man, if I say I have a room for you, man, to come down and kick it, man, boom. You know what I mean? Just make it happen there. Sometimes, man, I'll pick you up because it's that moments, man, that come and you put everything together. And not only am I sharing my experiences with my wife, I'm sharing it with y'all.
Right.
Everybody else gets to. It's just like the reunions and everything that we do together, right? When you come down, man, house part. Shout out to House of Tattoos. He was a perfect example, opening up his house a couple of times, and we come together as a body.
Hold up.
Tap in.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Okay, we got a caller, Big D. Caller, hello.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear Big D?
Yeah, I could hear identifier. Sounds like you know who.
Sounds familiar, that voice, but I don't know. Who do we got on the line?
It's a mystery person.
Oh, no.
You know who.
Okay.
Okay.
Down with OPP.
So I was just calling because, hi, everybody. I wanted to just touch on something. When you guys were talking about, when I had posted about him going to the interview when he got the job, when the breakthrough was there.
Right.
And sometimes that happens right when the breakthrough is going to be there, you just face so much adversity, but you have to keep pushing. He lost his shoe. He gave up his last $5. He had pain on him. Like, every time he would go to work, but he didn't let his outer circumstances dictate what God had already promised him.
Right.
That's why you got to keep your eye on the prize. You got to keep your eyes focused on what God already said. You got to remember when God says it to you, don't forget when it gets dark what he said. Because if you do, then you become distracted and you start going a different direction because you're going off of your own understanding. And that's why it looks easy for us, even though we have the same struggles as everybody else.
Right.
We're not exempt to this life. But at the same time, we don't let the struggle dictate what we already know is going to happen. It might not be here right now. You might not be able to see it right now, but doesn't mean it ain't going to happen. Right. So you have to.
And yeah, even picking back.
Right. And
I'm sorry to cut you off. Even piggyback off what you said. I love Grace. That's why people like us were there too, to lift up those, not to put them down. If you're going through the struggle, right, and you make it through success, and then you want to put people down, saying like, oh well, look at them now, they don't want to change in there. It's like, hold on, you were just one there, or you knew somebody, or you contribute that way. So you're gonna tell me that lifestyle is not real? You're not gonna tell me the struggle is real. So I grew up and went through that. Now I'm successful. I'm gonna give back. I'm gonna give back.
Oh yeah. That's the reason why we're doing it. There's no other reason why. It should be. I think that's what a purpose is.
Right.
Hey,
most people are looking for a purpose, but the purpose is we have to give what was been given to us freely. We give it back freely.
That's beautiful. Right. That's beautiful. How do you, Monica, mystery lady, since you're on here, how do you, like I said, you guys, like you just said, you don't have to be rich and all that to enjoy life and do all these things, because it may be people that want to do those things you guys do, but don't know how, or like you said, think I can't do it. Like
it's a mindset. It's a mindset. It's your mind that's restricting you because you're looking at what you don't have.
Yeah, because money has no value.
So what you do is you research, you learn, you read, because you don't have to get a degree, but you have to do you have to put in the work. Anything you do, you got to put in the work. How I found Big D will find free stuff. I will find free stuff. And yeah, we didn't have any money, but we made a lunch. But when we went out there, we had a great time and we ate. You know what I'm saying? So we have to just continue to look at it in simplicity. People complicate things so much these days.
And they have money.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because of what Big D said. I'm not saying it to you. I'm speaking from experience, and I'm speaking from what I've been through and what I learned when I went through it. And I always tell God, Lord, when I'm going through something, help me to remember so I don't judge the person when they're going through it. Help me to remember how it felt, you know? And the thing is like, you know, you just have to know who you are, have an identity, because, you know, in life, we don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Right.
You know, we don't. We really don't. And some people are going to go with us, and some people we got to leave behind. It's not personal.
Right. Everyone can't.
Right.
You know, it's not personal.
Like they say, everyone can't
and
go.
sometimes we have to. And they might take it wrong with it. We don't got time to be trying to explain to them the why.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Fact.
But anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys.
No, that was a good. That was a good good call right there, Monica. Thank you. That was great.
Okay.
Insight.
God
Great
bless.
insight. Love you, sis.
God
Thank
bless.
you. God bless.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Not caller. I know I had a few callers calling. Just you can call back now. Like DD said, I can only take one at a time. So just call back now. That the lines are free if you want to call back. Yep, that part, sis. Straight up. Yeah, real spill right there. Shout out to Joe. What up, homie? Yeah, but real spill right there. Shout out to my sis Monica, man, dropping knowledge. If anyone else want to call in, you can call back now. Phone lines are open, or you could come in the chat if you would like to. There's a link right there. We'll leave that up. A few more minutes, you know what I mean? Shout out to everyone again in the chat, getting a lot of love tonight. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Thank you so much. Yeah,
it's pretty good, man. I'm glad we were able to the whole thing. Like I said, man, if you look at the elder, you look at the title, you know, there's always something to it, man. Like we know, like Big Stomp said earlier, man, money doesn't really have a heart, doesn't have a feeling. It's just a piece of paper. You know, that's all money is. But like he mentioned, it's how you use the money, right? It's how we use the money, how we endure it, how we establish it, how we invest in it. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that, you know, when money is decision making, like Monica said, like Love and Grace said, man, you have a choice, you know? What you do with that money, man, it could cost you your life sometimes,
man. Yeah. It has cost some people their life. You know what I mean? Chasing that money. You know what I mean? So again, money is like you said, man. Money, we need money. You know what I mean? Definitely, of course. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't. That's like they say, money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all. The love for the money is the root of all evil. You know what I mean? And what some people would just do for it. You know what I mean? And really that comes with greed, because like even Big D said, all we really need is the essentials. This doesn't take a lot, man. Just as long as everything's comfortable, good, all the other stuff is extra, homie. And that's what people start chasing, homie, more and more.
Right. I mean, look at that. It's not just it's not even just, it's a satisfaction some too, man. What do you tell a guy, man, when he's going to looking for, you know, let's just say a lady of the night, you know what I mean? He's going to pay somebody and invest in some money for some kind of satisfaction that he's just going to get with it, maybe who knows how many minutes, right?
Right.
And again, that's what I'm saying. It's the exchange, right? Money is an exchange. You know, it has a value to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you buy something in exchange of what? To get something, right? That's what money does. And that's where, you know, a lot of a decision has to be made. So you go to a man that goes to gambling, right? He's willing to bet a certain amount of money to exchange a greater amount of money, or he loses all his money. You know what I'm saying? A drug addict, right? A drug addict's going to go in exchange rather to the little money that he has. Is he's going to go buy freaking drugs, or he's going to not buy them at all. You know, it's just, It's just
all of those are addictions, like gambling. You know what I mean? Just like you said, drug addict, a gambler could the same way. It's an addiction. You know what I mean? Chasing money. Some people are addicted to money. So that's why sometimes the drug dealer and the drug user aren't too much different. You know what I mean? Because they're both addicted to something, you know what I mean, that ends bad.
Because you're trying to purchase something, and it's the exchange. You know what I'm saying? And that really determines your emotions and your feelings. The money ain't doing nothing. It's what you're doing with the money. Right. That's what people got to really look at. You know what I'm saying? The money has no value. And it's sad sometimes because sometimes money is more value than a person, man. You'll get killed for money, bro.
Or how you get the money. That's why a lot of that old money definitely didn't last or have value, because it's how you got it. If you got that shit the bad way, you know what I mean? It don't last, bro. That's why money now, when you get it honestly, it hits different and it lasts different too, and you appreciate it more. All of that.
Right? What did Al Pacino said, man, right? First you get the money, then you get the power. And then you get the women.
Yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, that's how people look at it. You know what I mean? They get that money, they want that power, then they want all the women and buy all the women. But again, that's fake happiness. Official Big Joe, that's the big homie. But again, that's fake happiness.
Right? It all led in the end to disaster, man. That's what I'm saying. You know, that it's reverting back to what Big Spank says. I mean, stomps, you know, it's what you do with it, man, because money has no heart, no blood vein, no mindset, nothing. That's really, it's the living person that's holding the money. You know what I mean? That's why you get the concept, hey, hold the money, hold the money, you know, save the money, hold the money, you know, what can you do with the money? You know what I'm saying? It's what you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's not a sense of happiness. You know what I'm saying? It's what the person's doing is when you receive the money is how you're gonna obtain it and distribute the money. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much concept, man. It's just crazy. So, you know, overall, man, if you come across money, please come into investment, get yourself a lawyer, a financial advisor. You know, there's ways that you could determine that people are doing new things to make money to tie their way. If you look at investments and entrepreneurship, YouTube is one of them. You know what I mean? Shadow cases and showcases, you know, that you could sing, make music, sell your merch. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff that you're willing to invest in yourself, you know what I mean? And find, you know what I mean, a crowd of a community that will support you and set you to where you want to go. And then at that time, I know for sure Pops is that type of person, and you guys got to know that I am, man. Any investments we make, you know, with y'all, you know what I mean, it comes back to us, you know, 10 times fold. And when it comes back to us, we're willing to give it back, man. That's for sure. There's other things that we're looking forward to doing, putting money together, really going out there, making some bologna sandwiches at 3 a.m, going out right there to the streets and just like, hey, because you got to be with it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
really, and I'm glad you said that, because the piggyback, that's really, man, really have big plans, man. I know I do, and me and Big D personally together talked about things, but it's really a lot of big things like that, man, we want to do. So that's what's going to happen when I get back there permanently, and we're really going to be out there, man, really like making moves and connecting with the communities and talking about it, but literally, you know what I mean? We're going to be out there with it. That's my plan, man. There's so much, you know what I mean, we want to do. So we got big plans, you know, for both of our platforms and as a collective as well, you know what I mean, in the future, people.
And that doesn't have a price on it at all, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just all respect and then all love from the heart. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, facts. Couple
more minutes, man. What about yourself, Pops? What you been up to, man? I see you tomorrow. You're gonna be on the Big Jen Magana show. Yeah. Shout out to Big Jen. You know what I'm saying? You know how we start the week, man. We talk about it and then we set it off, baby.
For sure. We set it off right here. But yeah, tomorrow I'm honored to be invited to the round table. So everyone check out tomorrow night, Jennifer Magana, the Convicted Heart Show, the round table. I'll be a special guest. So make sure you go over there and check that out, man. Show some love. Shout out to Convicted Hearts. Shout out to the House of Tattoos again. Happy birthday, Denise Castillo. Much love.
Wrap it up time, man. Let's wrap it up. All right, y'all. You know, we'll give you a couple more minutes, maybe 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go ahead, Don.
No, I'm saying going once, going twice. If you want to call in one more time, that's the number. You know what I mean? Say your piece. You know what I mean? Whatever. But if not, thank you everyone that checked us out. I think we had a good show tonight, man. Very productive, you know what I mean, informative, and we did a lot of good stuff, man. Shout out to Marvelous Minds in the chat. Salute, homie. Much love, Marvelous. It's my brother right there. Much love and respect. Denise Castillo, there she is. Happy birthday, Denise. Have a ball tomorrow. You know what I mean? Live it up. Do your thing. You deserve it all, girl.
Yeah.
We got a caller. Someone's calling. Let me see.
Now press 2.
Caller, hello. You're on Let's Talk About It with G-Lew and Big D.
Oh, hi. It's Jenny from the block. How you doing?
Hey, Jenny from the block. Down in San Diego. What's up? How you doing, mama?
I'm good. Just chilling and trying to keep it real. I love when you guys spin positivity because I don't like to be a Debbie Downer.
That part right there.
Thank you. Well, I mean, we appreciate when people appreciate, like you said, that we're doing it, because that's why we're really doing it. You know what I mean? And it's good to be appreciated to do that. So thank you.
Yeah, but it's really good because the bottom line, what the Creator tells us we have to do is we have to remember we are all the same. We go through life's different struggles. But you know what, Abe? God, of my understanding, tells me I got to be kind and compassionate even when I don't want to be, because I remember when I was out there, it wasn't like that.
Right.
Preach.
Right. And I remember too, like you said, just piggybacking off of that, man, the little community that had the homies, man, that all used to kick back. We were all poor, man, none of us had money. It was just a hustle, but we made sure we took care of one another. That was the cool part. The struggle's real on the streets, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember my parents, we had to get food stamps, I remember that. I grew up in East LA in the hood, in the barrio. But you know what? My parents taught me and my grandparents taught me that, we live in this best country, and we have to utilize all those problems and things the resources that there is in this country, because all of us have that chance to be anything we want to be, provided we work and we go to school and make something of ourselves. It is up to each and every one of us, and that's what we get to teach our kids.
I'm glad you said that, because that is so true. You know what I mean? Like you said, we do live in a country, regardless of what people say. Like you said, you can make it happen. You have action at making whatever you want happen. It's really about you and the work you put into making it happen. You know what I mean? Some people do it the hard way and the real way, the honest way. Some people try to cheat and cut corners and it don't work out so good. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like you said, we all have the right to do whatever we want to do. You know what I mean? It's up to you. You know what I mean?
It is, and that's what my dad taught me. I have a college degree, but I have a degree from the School of Hard Knocks. Which one do I use more?
The Hard Knocks.
Use them both, sister. Use them both.
Use them both for sure. But the Hard Knocks, it goes a long way. You know what I mean?
I know. I listen to youngsters, because I go to a lot of AA and NA, all right? And I listen to them and I think of, you guys think you came up with something new, you call it something different, but it's the same baloney. Come on, we did it first.
Just serve different. Different.
Yeah, we've learned that it doesn't, it doesn't help by cutting corners. You have to be righteous.
Right. Wow.
That is the most thing I've learned as I've gotten older, you know what I mean, becoming a man, because for so long, as a youngster and thinking like that, you always try to cut corners and always thinking you could cut this corner, and it never ended well, but we still didn't understand that. Now I understand that.
Yeah, but you only reach that as you get older, and women, there's not that much difference between women and men. You guys are stronger physically, but we're smarter because we mature faster, but we need each other. That's the beauty of this.
Yeah.
Right. I think we could start getting back to that dialogue in us men, not only providing, but letting the women, take their measure, and also the women letting the man take the stand, teaching, raising up our kids, man. That's what the one thing that the misconcept of the future generation is, what we teach them. We got to make sure that every value and every moral, as best as we can be, taught.
Right.
Well, see, that's the thing. My daddy taught me that I could do anything a man can do and do it better, but he forgot to tell me how hard it was going to be. I am a tomboy. I am. I was a journeyman welder for 20 years. I retired from the shipyard.
Wow.
Military.
Wow.
Military, okay?
Shout out to you. Yeah.
And
That's
I just
keeping it real right there.
and kick back. Yeah, I kick back and I say, "Oh man, it's too hard for me. You guys, you can have it. I don't argue. I don't want to fight. I just want to live a life of peace
Right.
and serenity because that's what we all deserve."
Right. Facts.
Right.
You don't have to like me. I don't, you know,
Right.
and I tell people, I go, "Hey, you don't pay my bills and I don't sleep with you, so you can't tell me what to do."
Right,
That's how I look at it.
And that's another right we have. That's another right we have, right? Right. To do what we do and mind our business. And you got the right to mind yours too. So like you said, you don't have to like me, just respect me. And I'm going to give the same respect. We keep it there, you know, because, you know.
That's what I tell people. I say, you know what? Hey, stay in your own lane and mind your own business. You know, come on.
Right. Exactly.
It's in the Bible. You can trace everything back to, I say, to the Bible. You know what? People seem to have forgotten that. Yeah. We have to be kind to each other, man, because that's what the Creator wants.
Facts.
You guys have a good one. It was nice talking to you.
That was
okay?
Great. Thank you. Man. Wow, I appreciate that right there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the call. Yeah, I learned a lot right now.
Yeah, that was great. The homie Hairnet Tony said Jenny from the block is sharing grade A game. You know? Love right there. Love and respect to all. Fred, Two-Face Entertainment, much love, respect. Yep, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? 100.
Mind your business. Unless it's gonna be beneficial for me, then don't tell me.
Right,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking for that spiritual, you know, nothing wrong with money grow, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a community grow, man. I'm willing to share. I mean, she came on right now and said she was a journeyman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for her money, man. So
yeah, I'm like, wow, okay, Jenny.
Okay,
Jenny,
you know what I'm saying?
Jenny, a real one,
she's living the best time of her life, man.
As she should.
As she should. Again, you know what I'm saying? And right now, it shows that, hey, her money value don't mean a thing. It's more personally, it's what she's enjoying right now. Now she's getting there. She's older. She's retiring. And she's willing to come on, watch our channel, man. Shout out to Jenny, man.
Shout out to Jenny.
On Monday nights. Let's talk about it. G-Lew Show, Big D keeping it real, man. We got beautiful people on here. Shout out to Big Joe. Shout out to Marvelous.
Marvelous. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody else, man, that's making this evening, you know what I mean, a part of yours, man. We really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's real love. See, again, that's what we're talking about. You can't put a price on that. Some people, you know, have people that be on pages or whatever they do, but these homies come right here who don't have to. You know what I mean? Got big shit going on and come show us love, bro. That's real love. You can't put a price on that. Big Joe, Marvelous, salute. And everyone, all our people that just, because they don't like, people don't got to come here, but, you know, and check us out.
We make it work, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We say who we are, man. You know, black and brown, money, poverty. We came from that freaking, you know, that dialogue, man, you know. Yeah. But we rich in spirit, man. You know, we're rich in quality. We're rich in culture. We're really rich in what we talk about. I'm willing to learn just as much as you're willing to give out, man. You know what I'm saying? We could do it together. Let's ride, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, show me a different world what money is. You know, I don't know everything about it. I'll be the first one to tell you, man. It's just like, I don't know nothing about, but what if, like G-Lew said, if I would come across a little son, you know what I mean? I know where to invest it now.
Right, you know what to do with it.
I know what to do it now.
But I don't know, BD. I think you said all the other stuff, but I think if it hit like tomorrow, like you look in the morning in the account, you're going to go crazy a couple of days.
I think, man, you wouldn't find me here, dog. You find me with a ranch in Idaho or Minnesota, dog. You'll find me in Minnesota. Colorado,
right? You're gonna be off the chain.
Big mansion with a big old board right off the river, homie. That's where it is. I get all the seasons of the year. I want the heat, the sun, the snow, the spring. I want it all, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, with a couple of horses and a couple of farm. You know what I mean? A couple of pigs and roosters.
Right. The whole get down.
Oh, get down, man.
The whole hookup. The Big D special.
The Big D special, man. Barbecuing all day. And money can't buy that. I'll tell you that. It might buy the session, but what are you gonna do with after that? After when it's all bought and said, you know what I'm saying? Let me see.
Hey, shout out to Jerry Watson. Much love and respect, homie. Love.
That's right, man. Like I said, man, it don't cost you. Besides the internet, you know, right now it costs you maybe $59.99, but y'all using your internet for other reasons, man. You guys came over, swung by, and look how free it was. All you gotta do is like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, man, so you won't miss a day or a night or an afternoon like this. You know, we're tapping in, man. There's a lot more that, like I said, we want to give back, and hopefully we could surround ourselves with a positive community and let you all know that, you know, we're doing things on this side of the channel, man, the YouTube channel, man. I don't believe in no yarda or trolls and all that. There's just some donkey asses, or they're just some stupid channels, man, that are just out there doing their own thing. And shout out to the ones that are uplifting and are encouraging and they're just letting people, hey, be themselves and, hey, come as you are, man, straight up.
Facts. Yeah. So shout out to all the ones out there, good channels with good real content, man. You know what I mean? And just standing on integrity in business, as they say, man. Really putting real content out there, man, and not, you know, chasing the fake happiness, man, because happiness doesn't have a price. Remember that, people. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave you with that, and I'm gonna leave you again. Align yourself with God if you can. I don't know what kind of religion, whatever you do, but just somewhere try to align yourself with God and a higher power, man, and invest in that first. And a lot of things will start to fill your spirit and with the right things to do. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere. So align yourself with God. That's the first step. And then, you know, everything else will fall in place, man. And just, you know, like my brother, Big D, you got to just keep it real, but first keep it real with yourself. You know what I mean? If you can't keep it real with yourself, you can't keep it real with no one else. You know what I mean? So I'm going to leave you with that. It's your boy G-Lew, aka Big Pops. Let's talk about it. Big D.
Man, you know, I'm going to leave this place the way we jumped in, man, with love, respect, and integrity, man. God bless y'all. Make sure you have a blessed week, man. Happy birthday, Denise. Thank you, everybody who came down, participated. Love it. Can't wait till we keep growing, man. There's a lot more to come. Like I said, we're behind the scenes, but we're about to make it happen, man. So with love and respect, Big D. Bah.
Wow.
Talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it.
Again, another one in the book. Shout out to our producer, DD Hairston. Follow my brother, Big D, on his channel, Big D Keeping It Real. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit subscribe right now. Hit the like. We got a great show tomorrow night. Changing the Game with me and DeAndre Chanel. We got a special guest. The lovely lady Sinclair will be here. So tap in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. And don't forget to check me out on Convicted Hearts, Jennifer Magana's channel tomorrow night. The Round Table. G-Lew will be there. So make sure you're there too. Till next time, we are out of here. Much love, everyone. Have a great week. Peace, love. We out.
Yeah. If you looked at my life, you see what I see. Pitfalls, brick walls, all of this in front of me. Strain on my brain from the pain that's up under me. Strange days, but I can't change what becomes of me. Trials and tribulations, I was raised in segregation. Not from colors, but from neighborhood and gang affiliations. This what I was facing, coming up in Revelations. By the age of 14, introduced me to the banging. Stranger was my homeboy, Snoopy was my OG. Rudy was a shot caller, Tweety was the BG. This was 89 when the murder rate was critical. East Los Angeles was scandalous and physical. I was right there in the middle of it all, trying to find my way of life, and I sacrificed it all. Taught me everything about the game I need to know. This is how it goes. Yeah.
Good night, everyone.